Good, beautiful, cold morning, Southeast Idaho. I'm meteorologist Kevin Smith at the National Weather Service in Pocatello with your weather hazard briefing for Wednesday, November 17th, 2021. Well, I hope everyone held on to your hats yesterday. It was very windy across the region. And in fact, here is a look at some of the peak wind gusts that we observed across Southeast Idaho on Tuesday. We did share this graphic out yesterday on social media. The winner, Mud Lake, coming in with a very impressive 69 miles per hour up there. And certainly, though, gusts over 60 were few and far between. Generally, peak gusts range from about 40 to as high as about 55 miles per hour for the bulk of our forecast area. And luckily, with speeds that low, we generally did not see any reports of significant damage, at least down in our area. A little bit different stories you head up into parts of Montana. But the wind is done. The storm system is done. Much quieter weather moving in across the region, kicking off today. Very cold and quiet conditions expected not only today, but into your Thursday morning. And then we turn our eyes on our next storm system. And we still think this system has a better chance compared to our last couple systems of bringing more widespread nature of the rain and snow starting Thursday night, continuing into Friday, lingering in some areas in the east into Saturday morning. We are expecting 1 to 3 inches of snow for most of our mountain passes across the region, as well as portions of Fremont County and Island Park. 3 to 6 inches up in higher terrain, such as the Sawtooths and the Big Hole Mountains. Still chance of some snow coming down to valley floors and down into the Snake Plain Friday morning. We've been talking about this during these briefings here each of the last few days. But that said, precipitation amounts are still looking just really light down in the lower elevations with this system. I do think it'll be showery. Many of you will get at least a few flakes, if not some rain, during this system, particularly during the day on Friday. But we're just not seeing a signal for a good overlap of some steadier, widespread precipitation with the coldest temperatures Friday morning for places like the Snake Plain. So as far as impacts go, focus is really going to be up at the passes across the region and the Island Park area. Breaking it down here in the risk outlook, again, cold but quiet across the region today. Cold again Thursday morning, although temperatures will creep up and rebound a little bit during the afternoon. No weather-related impacts expected Wednesday and Thursday across the region. Late Thursday night, we kick off precipitation in the Central Mountains with the next system coming in, Friday being the bulk of that system, and we're holding with the minor risk shading here for most areas on Friday. Again, just not expecting accumulations of snow to really get that high for most spots. Passes, certainly candidates for some slick travel across the region with rain and snow. We did expand our chance of some lingering rain and snow showers here on Saturday. So originally Saturday was looking pretty dry. Guidance is coming in just a little more unsettled, a little more of a lingering nature to some of this precipitation into the day on Saturday. Ending from west to east, not expected to be terribly high impact, generally light additional rain and snow accumulations, and a lot of those rain and snow showers will be in our mountain areas. Drying out, though, by Sunday and Monday as we kick off the new week across the region. Nothing significant going on satellite today. In fact, our air mass here behind our last system is cold and very dry down at the low levels. Looking at the relative humidities at the weather stations across the region this morning, just not seeing enough moisture for any fog issues or low stratus issues. Really clear skies out there. You do see a few high-level clouds creeping into the satellite image here over on the northwest Pacific coast here, and we may start to see some of that work in tonight ahead of the next system. So particularly as we get into Thursday, a little bit more noticeable cloud cover up at the higher levels of the sky ahead of our next system. No watches, warnings, or advisories in effect across the region this cold and quiet morning. Here's a look at those temperatures. Starting out here as you wake up and perhaps head out to work or head out for some recreation. Teens across the majority of the forecast area, maybe a little closer to 20 or so for locales here in the eastern Magic Valley up to the Pocatello area. Looking over at our weather station readout here, we are currently 23 degrees as of 5 a.m. out here at the Pocatello Airport. Places like Island Park, a little colder at 10 degrees, closer to 0 up here in the Stanley Basin. Certainly Copper Basin will be colder as well. So bundle up as you're headed out this morning. Temperatures this afternoon struggling to get into the 30s across the region, barely making it there in Island Park. 37 forecast for Pocatello, 39 down in Burley, 36 up in Stanley. So a noticeably cold, winter-like feel to our environment here as we go into the afternoon, although there will be sunshine for all of you across southeast Idaho today. We'll do it again on Thursday. Very cold morning low temperatures here on the left graphic. Again, getting down into the teens to very low 20s. A little bit colder for the Copper and Stanley basins. But by afternoon on Thursday, high temperatures shown here on the right, will rebound a little bit. Again, a little bit of sunshine, but an increase in those higher level clouds ahead of our next system, and temperatures generally getting up into the upper 30s to mid 40s across the region. Okay, so remember, Thursday night into particularly Friday, our next system bringing a little more widespread rain and snow. Here's an updated look at what we're expecting for those snowfall accumulations. Still nothing down in the eastern Magic Valley, and probably a whole lot of nothing over toward the Pocatello area as well. The shaded areas here showing you the best potential at this time for at least a dusting of snow to at least briefly accumulate on some surfaces and on the ground. But as far as accumulations go, you got to go up to the passes where we're expecting 1 to 3 inches at places like Banner and Galena, maybe down toward Immigration, Pine Creek Pass, up toward Reynolds and Targhee. Expecting those types of accumulations. Fremont County as well, from Ashton up at Island Park, 1 to 2, 1 to 3 inches possible with this system. Again, very late Thursday night into the day on Friday, and then lingering at least here east of I-15 into Saturday. Maybe a few other hit and miss rain and snow showers Saturday as well. Highest accumulations, I should say, 3 to 6 inches in the Sawtooths, and 3 to 6, 3 to 7 inches here in far eastern Fremont County, and certainly a little bit higher as you get into the Tetons, also in the Big Hole Mountains here surrounding the Teton Valley. Now remember, even if we do see a little bit of light snow down to the lower elevations here on Friday morning, looking for those coldest temperatures of the day overlapping with that precipitation moving in, we're headed toward high temperatures in the upper 30s to upper 40s, as shown here on the graphic for your highs on Friday. Snow levels rising through the day to about 6,000 feet for most areas. So I think even accumulations that do occur at places like maybe Rexburg, maybe close to Idaho Falls or Arco, are going to be pretty short-lived as those temperatures rise. And in fact, pulling up some of our probabilistic data here, this is a look at the probability of at least a dusting of snow. And you can see just not going to happen out in Burley, out in Shoshone, out in the Oakley area, probably not Pocatello either. And those probabilities only about 10% to 30% chance as you head up through Blackfoot and Idaho Falls. About a 50-50 shot in Rexburg at getting a trace of snow or a dusting of snow accumulating on the ground during the morning Friday. Certainly the highest potential is in the mountain areas, and again, passes is what we're targeting for impacts. Increase that to probability of seeing 1 inch of snow or more, and we really drop those numbers. Only 2% in the Wood River Valley, only 3% up to Rexburg. Much better shot up in the Island Park area, and again, many of our passes. Driggs, potentially seeing just a little bit of snow out of this system down in the Teton Valley there as well. High temperatures on Saturday. Again, we'll be clearing the system out from west to east. We'll see temperatures getting into the 40s for most of our population centers, 48 down toward the Burley area. Those warmer temperatures as usual in the eastern Magic Valley. And Sunday, very similar, maybe just a couple degrees cooler, with generally quiet, dry, sunny conditions building in for your Sunday and Monday. What does the slightly extended outlook look like here for the next 6 to 10 days? Well, the odds are favoring below normal precipitation, a little on the dry side here for the 6 to 10 day period. And as far as temperatures go, a little bit warmer than climatological norms for this time of year, mid to late November. Certainly standing by for getting a better system in here to produce some decent precipitation to make a dent in our drought. This is the latest drought monitor outlook here for Idaho. Even with some of the bigger precipitation producing systems here over the past month or so, we are still ranging from moderate drought here in the upper Snake Plain to extreme drought conditions across the Central Mountains. So certainly looking ahead to winter, hoping for some good precipitation out of some of these systems to build up that higher elevation snowpack. And that's your Outlook. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, as always, please reach out to us here at the office. Everyone have a wonderful Wednesday.